Hey, what's up, fellas? So I already did the Fury-Ngannou prediction because, it had to be done separately. But now I will be talking about the fights on the undercard because there are some really exciting matchups there. Yeah, so let's see. First, Fabio Worley versus David Adelai. They say Adelaide, but it's Adelaide, I think, the way they pronounce it originally. But anyway, yeah, Fabio Wardley, he's 16 and 0 now, and he's got 15 KOs, of course. Yeah, he's a really strong kind of prospect, if we can call it that. Quite a strong, becoming of quite a strong contender, And the guy he's fighting is David Adelaide. He's yeah, just a second. Yeah, he's 12 and 0 with 11 knockouts. So he's also a puncher, obviously. Yeah, I mean, if you look at their last five wins, I mean, they are quite similar. Most of those came like early, rather early. But I mean, Worley is the one who has first round knockouts on among those, and Adelaide doesn't. He's got two second round knockouts, and Worley has second round. I mean, this is just like a mathematical, really amazing first, second round, third round, fourth, and fifth round knockout. Wow. So anyway, uh, Adelaide is an inch shorter, 6'4", and also got an inch and a half reach disadvantage. I just think Adelaide is just too relatively fresh and untested and inexperienced. I believe to pose a real serious challenge, for Worley, and of course you never know what can happen. It's boxing, but let's see who he has fought so far. Big D. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't fought really anybody that I've heard of. And yeah, his last fight he fought some guy who comes from around the same parts where I come from, Emir Ahmatovic. Emir, sorry. So anyway, yeah, Fabio Worley is just just a fast guy. I mean, what I like about him is despite his size, he's got speed, and yeah, he's got the power, of course, as we have seen already. And but sometimes he can get reckless, and he lets opponents hit him a little too much, before he just explodes into action and puts them away. So this will work against, guys that are, like British level, European level, kind of mid-level fighters. However, against the more elite level fighters, this can be very dangerous, especially those who punch really hard, of course. And yeah, however, against a guy like Adelaide, I don't think it will be that much of a problem. And I expect him to just knock out Adelaide like sometime in the first 5 or 6 rounds, And after this, hopefully, he will get finally a fight that he deserves, like against one of the bigger names, whoever that may be. There are several candidates, of course, but yeah, I mean, I would like to see him fight Jared Anderson because both guys are young and coming up, promising, and yeah, just really good fighters, exciting to watch and all that. Yeah. So anyway, my prediction is Worley wins by a knockout in the probably the first 5 rounds, I would say. And then we have, Martin Bakoli Ilunga. His full name is. So he's actually the brother of Ilunga Makabu. Hmm, you know that. Why does it say here 6'3"? Thought he was 6'6". Anyway, he's got 19 wins. Only one like distant loss, and yeah, he's fighting Carlos Takam, who is like ancient by now. I'm sure he's 42, but yeah, he's had quite many big fights, hard fights. And Martin Bakoli is 30 years of age only, though he may even look older, I guess, to some. So 14 knockouts of his 19 wins, 14 are by knockout. Sorry, it's the season, man. While Takama's 28 knockouts in 40 wins. So, yeah, where's the knockout percentage? Yeah, I mean, slightly higher knockout percentage for Bakoli. And he's a lot younger, and clearly the favorite to win this fight. I mean, he's coming off wins against, Tony Yoka and uh, who else was it? Let's see. Sorry, I just forget. Well, he didn't fight anybody really important this year so far. But anyway, Tony Yoka, Sergey Kuzmin, also a solid fighter. He beat, and he was stopped. That was an injury stoppage against Michael Hunter. That's right. He's only lost 5 years ago. So he also beat stop Mario Schwach, Kevin Johnson, yeah, Italo Pereira. So yeah, some alright fighters, just solid fighters. I mean, Yoka winless, of course, is by far biggest. And Takam, he actually made an upset. He actually also beat Tony Yoka. That was this year, which was a big upset, of course, in March. Yeah, he's just a guy, strong guy, tough guy. He has been stopped, but yeah, not that many times. That Chisora knockout, wow, that was just a freak thing. He was pounding Chisora for 6, 7 rounds, and then he just got caught on the right in the worst place you can get caught, the temple, of course. And yeah, just bad luck, And I thought that was so unfair, but that's how boxing is. And yeah, I expect him to put on a really good fight here. But since he's, now, I mean, beating Yoka, now we know it's not as big as it seems, as it seemed. He's just a really huge, stiff, slow guy who just relies on his power of knocking guys out. So yeah, and so anyway, it will be a good fight, I believe. But Macaulay should win this, but I don't know if he will stop Takan. Maybe not. Maybe there's a chance, but he doesn't strike me as a a very hard hitter, but he does have power. Obviously, he does, of course, to stop guys like Wah and yeah, yeah, he does have power, but it is perhaps more like accumulative kind of power. And the same goes for Takam also. He never was a really hard either, especially for a heavyweight. So I think probably this will go the distance, or it will end like in a late stoppage if Macaulay manages to land enough, Takam. So this is for 10 rounds. Yeah, all right. There you go. All right, one more. I mean, this is I know Joseph Parker is also fighting on the undercard, but I don't know his opponent. Anyway, Arslan Bek Makhmudov, the Beast, is fighting actually a guy from Croatia, Agron Smakici. So yeah, I mean another really big guy, but a big guy who doesn't really have much to show, in his record. 19-2 and 0. He's a southpaw, Smakichi, and that can be a little bit, tricky. But he was recently knocked, knocked out by Agit Kabayel. Yeah, that was in March, right? In 4 rounds, he was stopped. Yeah, yeah. So since then, he only beat one really weak fighter by an easy stoppage. So he's also been knocked out in one round by Jean Kusubutsky. Yeah, so he's got a pretty weak chin, obviously. Smakichi and Makhmudov is a puncher, so you get the the most likely outcome. It is just easy to guess, to predict. I mean, obviously Makhmudov will knock him out, and I don't think it will take that long because Smakichi obviously is a guy who gets knocked out pretty, quickly when he gets. And he really hasn't, all the other fights that he's had that he won were against just, substandard opponents, really like. So, yeah, I don't think he's nowhere near the level of his countryman, Hergovich, despite him being equally tall and all that, but doesn't help, really. If you don't have the chin, especially, it won't help you. So yeah, this will probably end also like 3, 4 rounds, maybe five. Yeah. So Makudo will definitely, I think, stop Smakichi. All right. So that will be it for this time. Yeah, and yeah, Joseph Parker. I don't know really. I mean, he should win this fight. That's all I'm gonna say. But the time is run out on him. Simple as that. He's just wasted his biggest opportunities, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that he's past his prime, of course. So anyway, I hope you'll enjoy these fights, and I'll see you next week with another prediction video. See you. Bye.